Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 665.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about how to reach your financial goals in 2020, because there are a couple of common New Year's resolutions that people made. I bet you can guess what they are, but we'll talk about what those are and how you can easily reach them. There was a study that was done by CreditWise from Capital One Financial Milestones, and in the survey, they asked Americans, what are your New Year's resolutions? 44% said they had financial goals for 2020. And when we looked at what those goals were, 71% are planning to save more money, and 34% are planning to pay off debt. Now, that's a pretty common resolution, or I should say both of those are pretty common resolutions, to save more money and pay off debt. But the question is, how do you do it? And how do you make it easy to do so that you make sure that you reach your goals in 2020? Well, the people that they surveyed did have a plan. And what their plan was, well, at least 51% said they were going to eat out less. So go out to restaurants less or not eat out lunch at work, etc. 47% said they would cancel unnecessary subscriptions. 40% said they would cancel cable. And 21% said they would pack their lunch. Well, those are all really great strategies and easy things to do. But often what happens is because of our habits. And what I mean by that is, let's say you wake up a little bit late, so you didn't get a chance to pack your lunch. So you end up eating out for lunch, and it ends up costing you quite a bit more than if you had packed your lunch. Just because of that waking up late, it started a snowball effect that actually made you miss accomplishing your goal that day. So what you can do is try to work on creating new habits that are going to get you to reach your goals. So another thing is people are saying they're going to eat out less. Well, you can eat out less. That's great. But people have to go out for some entertainment. You have to go out once in a while, get out of the house, have a date night or something like that. So what you could do is get a really good strategy of finding the best happy hour in town. Who is it that has, a $3 glass of wine and a $5 meal and you're set for the night or something like that? I don't know what prices are in your area. Prices vary by city, of course, but I know that there are some places that have really good happy hours where the prices are very, very low. And so if you wanted to go out, it wouldn't cost you $100 to go out for dinner. And so looking for a cost-effective way to go out so that when you do go out, you have a plan to go to a place that won't cost an arm and a leg. So do your research ahead of time rather than being spontaneous and not knowing where you're going, not knowing how much that's going to cost and not having a plan. Research that ahead of time so that you have a plan and you can stick with your New Year's resolution. I really like the idea of canceling unnecessary subscriptions because I do think that there's a lot of things that are automatically charged to the credit card that we don't necessarily use. And so canceling subscriptions is a great way to save money. You need to go through your credit card bill and just see what is being automatically charged to you that maybe you're not using anymore. And of course, if you listen to my last podcast, I'm all in favor of canceling cable or anything that encourages you to just sit and stare at a TV screen. Now, we all have our favorite shows. We all have favorite things we like to watch. And sometimes we use television to relax. I get that. But sometimes we can also just fall into a trap of spending a whole day in front of the TV set, really not thinking about what we want to do with our time and how we can use that time to accomplish our goals. Maybe there's a side hustle that you want to start, and that would impact you financially by making you more money. Now, for the people that want to pay off debt, of course, I have my Debt Diamond Method that you can listen to, that podcast, and find out all the strategies that I recommend in terms of being able to pay off your debt at the most expedient way and cost-effective way, so you're not unnecessarily having to pay extra interest charges because you're paying attention to what the interest rates are on your credit card. Therefore, you're able to maximize paying off your credit card while also improving your credit score. But here's another strategy that you could use. Actually take out your credit card receipts and do a review. Find out where did you spend your money and what months did you go a little bit crazy in. That way you'll know, was it Christmas that got you a little bit off kilter? Was it when you went on that vacation and spent a little too much on the vacation and that ended up on the credit card for several months? What was it that really caused you to get into the debt situation? Of course, many people are still struggling with student debt, and I get that. That's something that you are just having to deal with over time, and you're going to get through that. You're going to pay it off and just steadfastly go after it, and you will get through that. But for others, sometimes maybe you need to go just on a cash basis or a debit card basis so that you're not using credit cards and creating new debt. No matter what, one of the most effective strategies to reach your savings goals is to pay yourself first. So when you get your paycheck, simply take the amount that you want to save and transfer that into your savings account. That way, right away, you've lopped it off, put it into savings, and then whatever's left over in your checking account is yours to spend for the month. That way, at the end of the year, you've met your savings goal because you put it first. So whether you're planning to save more money or pay off debt, be sure to look at the habits that are getting you into the situation in the first place. Look at paying yourself first so that you can reach your savings goals. Look at the Debt Diamond Method to pay off any credit card debt. And research in advance where you can eat out. Find those less expensive places so you can splurge and it doesn't cost you a lot. It's kind of like splurging at the dollar store is a good strategy when you want to go and buy something. You don't have to go to an expensive store to blow money. You can go to the dollar store and blow money and have fun too. So those are just some simple ideas that I hope inspire you, make you think, give you a new plan for reaching your financial resolutions in 2020. And if you're looking for a good financial book to read, I hope you check out You're Already a Wealth Heiress. It was named one of the best wealth books of all time by Book Authority, and in it I give you your Millionaire Action Plan, your Wealth Heiress Checklist, and lots of inspirational stories to get you started on the path to financial freedom, and also to really put into practice the wealth building formula that I talk about a lot on the podcast, money, compounding, and time, to see how you can put that to work for you and how that can make a real difference in your plans for financial freedom. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.